Today we're going to talk about how to control Japanese beetles. These right here are Japanese beetles. They're eating on this fern, and they will just go and eat all the green parts off, leaving only a skeleton. And here they are on a Missouri primrose. They will just keep eating until there's nothing left but a skeleton of leaves. And they will just go from plant to plant and eat all of the... Here they are on an oak leaf hydrangea, and here they are on a rose, and they will just go from plant to plant, and they'll eat on it until the plant is dead if you don't spray them. And the way that I spray them is just simple dish soap and water. Here they are in a Missouri primrose, and they will just completely devour it until there's no plants left. So you have to spray it so they don't kill all the plants in your garden. Here it is, just dish soap and water, and that's all there is to it. I just put it in this gallon sprayer that you can get at any hardware store, and just fill it with water every day, because you probably have to spray them for like 3 or 4 days in a row. But every day I just go down and get the sprayer out. You saw where I keep it handy, and just put in more dish soap and water, and just spray them all. And after a couple of days, you'll start seeing them dead when you go out there the next day. And then you can just trim off the dead leaves if you want, so that it doesn't look so bad. But they're most active in the hot weather, and so when it cools down after August or during August, they just seem to disappear when it cools down. But they lay eggs in the soil, and so they will be there waiting for next year. So this year I probably put it off too long before I started spraying for them, because I don't think this eliminates them, but it does control them. So to recap, just dish soap and water, and when you first see them, and go out there and spray every day until they're all gone. And that will keep them from destroying all of your plants.